Yeah, the notification just went out, baby. And as I always say, when that notification goes out, that means that we are live. And I am pissed tonight. So I'm about to go into full ass rant mode. And you know, when you talk about going into rants and things like that, I gotta bring on a special guest with me tonight because, you know, like I said, when we talking about rant, I gotta bring on my rant specialist. So I got Tech Rant on deck. What's up, Tech Rant? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing better.
I mean, you say you're doing better, but I think I have a feeling why you wasn't doing well to begin with. It was probably that garbage ass Apple event. Am I wrong?
Nah, you hit the nail right on the head.
My God, Tech Rant. What the hell was that, man? What was that?
That was Apple coming out and saying, "Hey, we trying to make up for all those lost sales that we had, and we need some money from y'all. We need y'all to pony on up, give us the money."
All right, before I go all the way in, let me just say this for the record. I understand that iPhone sales are on the decline and Apple has to transition over to services. I understand that. I get all that. I don't really have a problem with that. But what I do have a problem with was the way they presented the services a bit today. You know what? I don't even have a problem with new Apple New Plus. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Apple Arcade. I do have a problem with TV channels, but I'll get to that later on. But my main problem today, and the reason why I'm utterly furious, is Apple TV Plus. Oh my God. Just the way they presented that trash, it just pissed me off. Before we even found out what it was, we had to sit through a 20-minute presentation from directors, creators, things like that, talking about storytelling and all this jazz that I could give a damn about, but none of it explained what the hell Apple TV Plus was. But after the 20 minutes was up, we finally had an Apple employee come out on stage and finally tell us just what the hell Apple TV Plus is. It should not have took that long. And to make matters worse, when he was done, they finally wrote a promo of all the shows that's going to be appearing on Apple TV Plus. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck didn't you do this to begin with? That should have been how you started it off, not that 20-minute fucking whatever the hell that was with the creators and stuff. What the hell, Tech Rant? What the hell?
Man, okay, so I was like, all right, let's give this shit a chance. Let's see what they do. And Tim, he walks out there again, and I swear to Christ, like I said this in my video earlier, I don't know who in the fucking audience did they pay to cheer and whoop, but they cheered and whooped like every 5 minutes. Like if you go back and watch it, it was at one point where Tim just stopped. It was like, all right, go ahead and cheer. I really didn't say shit yet, but yeah, cheer.
Tim could breathe, and these train monkeys will be yeehaw like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. All he said was, now we're going to talk about Apple TV Plus, and the train monkeys went crazy. Oh my God, oh my God. What the hell? You don't even know what the hell it is. How the hell you cheer and you don't know what the hell it is? You don't know what it entails. You don't know the price. You don't know what it is, yet you're cheering like a bunch of damn trained monkeys. It was ridiculous, Tech Rant. It pissed me off, man.
Man, that shit was annoying as fuck. And they did the same shit. Woo! 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 I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's the same noise at every event. Like the same person. Or the same 5 people. But I mean, like, okay, I totally get it was about services. I totally get Apple came out this past week and dropped a whole bunch of different stuff or whatever. Fine, but okay, if you're gonna drop some services, right? If you're gonna bring some exciting shit to the game or whatever you think is exciting or whatever, at least have the fucking prices down. We only had one thing where they told us where the price was. Everything else was like, oh yeah, coming soon, coming to a app store near you.
Right. You had all the time to prepare for this event, and only one service is ready to go today. Only one? Really? What the hell are you doing over there, Eddie Q? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Are you sleeping on the job? Are you even working over there, bro? What are you doing? One of it. And then this whole Apple TV channel thing, which is like an aggregation of different TV apps, all inside the all of them are inside of the Apple TV app on your iPhone or iPad. So basically, with this Apple TV channels app, it will allow you to buy the different services like HBO, Showtime. You can buy those apps and access them through that one like portal through the Apple TV app. How is that not ready to go until May? It's already on the iPhone. You got the HBO Now app, you got the Showtime app, you got the CBS app, you got all these apps that are already existing. What? How long does it take to put them inside of a container? I mean, what are you doing? And to make it all worse, you're not even ready. And Game of Thrones is in 3 weeks, and you're not ready. You're not going to be ready for Game of Thrones. Are you serious? Who the hell? Who is in charge of this crap? Who the hell missed that home run? How? I mean, because the rumor stated that HBO, as a part of this Apple TV channels app, you could have got HBO for $9.99 a month. That is $5 less than the HBO Now app by itself. Apple had a prime opportunity to offer this HBO app for $10 a month right in time for Game of Thrones, and they completely dropped that ball. Bruh. Oh my God. Wow.
I think they was just like, look, Samsung's digging in our ass, so we need to come up with something. Like I know it was planned out ahead of time or whatever, but I'm just like, it's shit that nobody really cares about. And when I say nobody, I ain't trying to crap on nobody that does like the stuff, but most of the stuff wasn't for the everyday consumer, or even if it was, it's just like, what's the point? Like the whole thing with the games where it's just like, oh, we have games where you don't shoot people and they're less violent. I'm like, y'all already got games that are less violent. Pokemon Go, Super Mario Run. You got like all this other stuff. So I don't see where this fits in. Yes, you might have some exclusive titles, but I mean, it seems like everybody's doing exclusive titles now.
Bruh, no, man, no. That Apple TV Plus is, I mean, they paraded out there a bunch of like famous celebrities just to like show face to them, to make you all think that TV Plus is gonna be legit. I don't care how many celebrities you got out there. If they don't have compelling stories and programs to run on that service, it doesn't matter. Netflix is a proven juggernaut. Every month, Netflix has a hit show. Netflix has over 100 million subscribers. Then you have Disney, who's already a proven juggernaut, the biggest media company in the world, having their own streaming service app coming out later this year. And then you bring out this crap that is Apple TV Plus with a bunch of celebrities, and we're supposed to think that this stuff is legit. And they don't even show us what they're making. I mean, we get snippets, we get nothing. They showed us nothing today. What the hell was the point of this event if it was catered around Apple TV Plus and they showed us nothing from Apple TV Plus? We got, like I said, we got that whole 20-minute song and dance before we even knew what the damn service was about. And then when they finally got through the whole song and dance, we still don't know what the hell coming with the service. It's, oh boy. This may be, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not my maybe. No. Now that I had a chance to think about it, it's not maybe no more. This was the single worst Apple event of all time. Terrible, horrible, the worst Apple event ever. Oh my.
Yeah, man. I just looked at that. I was just like, why? Like half of the stuff, they didn't even need an event for it. It literally could have been something that they just put up on the website and start telling people about. And then once it's ready, once you have your prices set and all that, then you can have a special event. That'd be like, and I know they didn't talk about hardware. That'd be like if they were like, all right, here's what's to come on the iPhone, but we ain't got no prices for you. It's coming soon in like a couple of months. It ain't ready yet.
Your mic sounds like you're underwater, dude.
All right, can you hear me now?
There we go.
All right. Damn Pixel. But no, like it was just frustrating to watch. I'm like, come on, y'all could have been wrapped this up. 2 hours for what?
Seriously. That did not need to be 2 hours long. Not at all.
Like I was watching it thinking like, okay, something else has got to be coming because they're literally just dragging us through the mud, like with all the explanations and stuff. And then I didn't even get what the whole art thing was about or whatever. I'm just like, okay, that seemed like a really long movie trailer for some reason. I didn't get it. It made no fucking sense.
And then, hold on. And then, when you thought they couldn't do no more work than what they already did, these dudes had the audacity to bring out Oprah.
I totally missed that part because I was just done. I had already turned it off. I was like, let me get on with the rest of my day. But I went back and I watched like the extra part. I'm like, I'm cool with Oprah, but why the hell they drag her out there?
Bruh, they brought out Oprah and she participated in the buffoonery. She stood up there for like, what, 5-10 minutes talking about a bunch of nothing before she got to the purpose of her being on that stage. Like, all the stuff that I don't care about. Then she finally got to the purpose about how she's doing documentary for Apple TV Plus. Why couldn't you just say that in the beginning? We don't need the 5 minutes of fluff, Oprah. Just get to the point, man. Like, no.
Hey, man. Fucking Tim Apple, Tim Cook, whatever the hell his name is. He was behind the curtain. He was like, hey, keep it going. Keep it going. We got to milk this time out. I'm just like,
dude, I'm mad, man. I'm heated over this event. Like, it's like you said, Trent, man. This was 2 hours. They could have did this in an hour. Like, you didn't need 2 hours to do this. Like, I don't know if Apple. Go ahead.
They didn't even need a video. I'm telling you, everything that you see up on Apple's website, they literally could have just posted it on the damn website. There was no need for an event. It was no need to pull all of those people inside that theater for what? Like, I get, WWDC. I get the September event. This, I'm like, okay, you want me to pay more money. Gotcha. You're going to give me a credit card that's made out of titanium so I can feel better about purchasing stuff and possibly subsidize you actually making sales because credit is more available now. And then when you actually look at the terms of the goddamn card, you're like, wait, so you're telling me there's no fees, and I can pay late, but if I pay late, the interest rate goes up. So technically, wouldn't that count as some sort of a fee? Like, it was like, I was just reading everything, and it was just like, they were saying on the advertising side, one thing. Then you go all the way down to the bottom where, you read the extra shit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're like, oh, but this, but this, but this, but this. I'm just like, well, then no fucking say it.
Dude. Yeah, you know how that is with that marketing and stuff, man. Of course, in the event, they're not going to tell you about no credit card fees, but because they know that everybody, most people don't read the fine print. But if you go down and read the fine print like my man Tech ran here, you get all the deep. They ain't everything that it cracked up to be. Nothing usually is when it comes to credit cards. I mean, come on now.
And I already know that you're going to have like some stupidly awesome credit score. And the thing that pissed me off about the event was it was like, they literally sat on stage. They're like, oh, well, we're not like a traditional bank. We're not like this. We're not like that. But we partner with Goldman Sachs and MasterCard.
Right.
Y'all partnered with them two motherfuckers. And you have this credit card available in the United States. Only available in the United States. We are in so much fucking debt. But you thought it was necessary to come out with a whole ass pretentious titanium fucking credit card.
That's no Apple, man. It's typical Apple.
Just so you can get 3% back on your purchases.
Right. Like they try to like you said, they try to disguise it. Yeah, the more money you spend, you get 3% cash back. You get 2% cash back. And if you buy Apple products, you get 1% cash back. Yeah, go ahead, use your little Apple card. Get that cash back. But like Trent said, all the while, nobody's reading the fine print, knowing that if you are late, yeah, they're going to add that onto your interest. And the interest go ahead.
And then the interest rate ain't even fixed. It's variable.
Right. It's like, it goes from like, I think 13 to 24%. Like, oh my Lord. Why?
Like, okay, I get there's probably going to be some people out there. Well, I have good credit. And I'm like, I get that. That card ain't for you. That card ain't for people with excellent fucking credit. That card is for people to basically, it's just a reason to buy more shit.
Yes. Like let's be real. That Apple card was just a way for Apple to get more people to buy more Apple products. That's all it is. They're trying to make more Apple products more accessible for people. Like obviously, when you were using a credit card, you don't have to pay everything up front. You can pay over the terms of a few months or whatever the case may be. That card is for purchase of Apple products. That card is not for you to spend anything else. They want you to buy Apple product with that card. That is the whole purpose. Don't let Tim Cook twist it. The card is to buy Apple products. That's all it is, y'all. Calm down.
But I'm not gonna lie though, I've been kind of sitting here. I've been letting like the wheels turn in my head. I was like, you know what? Having them do that like instant cash back or whatever is kind of a smart idea because a lot of people shop and then you got kids that play games and they got to buy Fortnite bucks or V-Bucks, whatever the hell the shit's called, and all this other shit. And somebody could easily be like, well, hey mom, you went to the store, you earned cash back. Just use the cash back for my my little fake money currency online so I can play games.
There you go. I'm loving Roberto's comments in the chat here. He's talking about how the interest rate is going to be 23%, and he talked about how people with bad credit could get the card. They'll just jack up the interest rate, which is true because when you have bad credit and you get a credit card, interest rate is in the 20s, sometimes 30s. It's kind of crazy. Roberto's like, that's okay. I'll just pay off the full balance anyway because Roberto's a baller. That's what he does. But yeah, I just find it hilarious reading his commentary in the chat. But then the other thing they talked about, which I guess will be cool for some people, but for me personally, I can give two monkey nipples, is Apple Arcade. Like, I mean, I'm not gaming on a damn iPhone. I'm sorry. If I want a game, I'm using a PlayStation or an Xbox. I'm not gaming on an iPhone. Like, nope. I don't know how you feel about that trend, but no, man, no, dog.
I mean, you're just paying for exclusive games. Right now, you already have the App Store. You already have developers who are making games every single day for the platform and iOS, and you got like the top 50 games. It's like, what's the point? What games are they going to feature or bring out that are so awesome that I'm willing to pay a subscription on top of the other games that I can already purchase in the store? And is it going to be like where you get a subscription and you have access to the games, and when the subscription ends or you don't pay it anymore, you don't have access to the games? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to know all that.
Yeah, the information that Apple left out of this presentation is conspicuously absent. And it's funny that they presented all these services, but yet they only have pricing for like one of them. Like, they don't know how much TV Plus is. They don't know how much Apple Arcade is. They didn't have any pricing for TV channels. Like, they have pricing for nothing but Apple News Plus.
Right. And the Apple News Plus, like, okay, that makes sense or whatever. Like, they broke it down. They're like, okay, there's 8,000 magazines. You'll get access to 8,000 magazines for $9.99. That makes sense. Like, I was with that. Everything else, I was just like, all right, don't mean nothing unless you tell me how much it costs. But whatever.
Yeah, it's actually 300 magazines. I think they were saying that you can spend $8,000 if you like subscribe to all the magazines they have in their catalog. But but through Apple News Plus, you can have access to 300 magazines for $10 a month, which is like $120 a year, and you can read all the magazines you want and things like that. And actually, I downloaded iOS 12.2, so I actually went through and looked at the news app a little bit. It's all right. On iPhone, it's kind of not the most intuitive thing. It works a little better on iPad, obviously, with the bigger screen. But I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's all right. It's not too bad. They have a nice little catalog in there right now. It could be better, but hopefully it will build up over time, and we'll go from there.
Right. Like, I use Apple products. I'm cool with Apple stuff, but the event was boring, and I just wish people would just be honest and be like, "Look, man, this was kind of like whatever. I mean, if you liked it, you liked it, but a lot of people didn't like it."
Yeah, I mean, no. The event was boring. Damn it! I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care how much y'all try to justify what's going on with the products and services that were offered today. That's fine. The event was overdone. It was a bunch of pomp and stands. It was a bunch of dog and pony garbage that we didn't need. It was overdone, overblown, overhyped, ridiculous. It could have been done better, but I mean, and most of the stuff wasn't even ready. I can't even call it half big. It was like a fourth bake because none of it was really ready besides New Plus. So, yeah, this event was much to do about nothing. I mean, I don't know, man. Apple's been throwing up some duds lately. Like, the last iPhone keynote was a dud. They rebounded with the iPad event in October, but now they're back to another dud with this event. So hopefully WWDC will be not a dud. It's like Apple's like hitting and missing with these duds, man. I don't know. because Samsung is killing it, man. That Samsung bit back in February, that was up. That was good stuff.
Right. They doing what they supposed to do. Like, shoot, they came out the gate dropping stuff like, hey, we got this. It'll be available on this date. This is how much it costs. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. That's right, Jeff Atkins. I'm the captain of Team Apple. You're right. And I am unhappy because that Apple event today was atrocious, dude. It was boring AF. Like, that's the thing about being a captain. You gotta call out the good and the bad, man. I think a lot of people get this misconception that since I call myself the captain of Team Apple, I'm shaking pom pom rap. I'm a like just be good with everything they do. No, I've spent half of 2018 on my YouTube channel bashing Apple. I mean, do y'all not pay attention to what I've done over the past like year and a half I've been on YouTube? Half the time I'm bashing Apple because they're doing BS and pulling bullshit. And the other half they're doing the right stuff. Like none of these companies out here are like angels. They're all doing stupid stuff, making dumb decisions, making anti-consumer decisions, doing the most for nothing. They're all the same way. The difference for me is that I happen to prefer Apple products. And since I prefer Apple products the most, and I have that Apple ecosystem going on, I call myself the captain of Team Apple. But that does not make me a complete Apple fanboy. It's like, no, It's like, I'm like Floss. I'm loyal to the hotness. I'm not loyal to a company. If the company works for me, if it works for my workflow, then cool. But if another company's doing something better, then that's cool too. And if we gonna be completely honest, the S10 is like miles better than the iPhone 10s Max. I mean, that's just really what it is. The only problem with the Galaxy S10 is that it doesn't run iOS. If it ran iOS, it'd be game over for the iPhone 10s Max. That's the God's honest truth. Because the S10 by itself in a vacuum is a hell of a better device than the iPhone 10s Max. I mean, let's be real here. Let's get real right here.
Right. No, I totally agree with you. And like I said, there is no one, in my opinion, no one is an Apple fanboy or a sheep unless you was in that crowd cheering for absolutely no reason. Tim Cook breathed, cheer. You know, Oprah came out, cheer. And they didn't even know that was her. They were just cheering. They was cheering before they even showed her.
Bro, I'm like, no, dude. What? No. The moment that I will not forget is when Tim Cook came out there and said, now we're going to talk about Apple TV Plus. And the trained monkey just went ballistic. I'm like, what? I'm like, will you motherfucking calm down? He ain't even tell you what the product is yet or the service is. But y'all cheering like a bunch of trained monkeys, man. Stop it, man.
Right. And then, like, okay, I kind of get Apple TV. You're going to have some exclusive content. But really, all it is just taking all of the other apps that you can normally get and putting them in one place. Now, if you got plenty of money to spend on, like, every subscription on Earth, then sure, that makes sense. But like I said, I need a price because, I mean, I find it very hard to believe that you're going to be able to get HBO, Showtime, Stars, all this different stuff, specific content or whatever for anything under $20 a month. Because they already charge like what, 14 for HBO by itself?
Okay, here's the other thing that I'm confused about when it comes to Apple TV channel. It's supposed to be an aggregation for all the TV apps through the Apple. Okay, let me see this, the way I said it confused. Let me rephrase this. The Apple TV channel is supposed to be an aggregation of all the streaming services through the Apple TV app. That's a better way of saying it. But there were news and rumors that you could spend like $10 a month for Showtime, $10 a month for HBO, things like that. So I'm wondering, is the Apple TV channel service going to be a monthly fee? Or is it just that portal that you can use to have access to all those different services under one portal, and then you'll just pay whatever that service is, or however Apple has that negotiated? Because if you're paying a monthly fee for access to the aggregation service itself, and then you're paying another monthly fee for the individual streaming channel or app, that's a bunch of BS. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. And that's something that they did not explain. They did not explain if the Apple TV channel service is the actual like service all by itself that you have to pay monthly for, in addition to the channels that you get access to, or is it just the aggregator and then you pay for then you pay for the channels that you want to pay for and go from there?
Hey, you might have to ask Renee Ritchie about that one because that's what they should have filled up all this extra, blank time with. They should have had the details and everything.
Yeah, because that's the one thing I'm confused about. Like, they're talking about you can get HBO for $9.99 and all this other monkey crap. Is that $9.99 on top of however much the TV aggregation service costs, or is that $9.99 by itself and that's all you have to pay? Because if that's all you have to pay, then cool, I'm all right with that. But if I got to pay a monthly fee for the aggregation service itself on top of the streaming app, that is a bunch of dog poop. And no, I'm good. I could just go buy the HBO app and be done with it.
Yeah, like I kind of get it if you cut the cord and you don't have cable or whatnot. But if you already have cable, like for example, I have Time Warner Spectrum, whatever they call it now, whatever, and they already have an app where I can already watch TV and Showtime and everything just through that app. So it's like, if you already have cable, do you just go it? And if you own Apple TV, do you go into your Apple TV to watch the cable that you already have? Like, I don't get it.
I think so, because the way that works on iOS and things like that is if you are subscribed to a cable service, if you go through the single sign-on through tvOS or iOS and whatnot, then you can have access to all those different apps through your provider. Like, basically, what happens is that you go into the settings, and then you go to single sign-on, and then you pick whatever provider you have, and then you sign into that provider service through that provider portal, I should say, and then you have access to all the different apps that you have under your subscription for that particular cable provider. So I think that's how it works. I'm not sure, but like you said, these are all the questions that we didn't get answered today. So while they're out there waving their damn pom poms, they didn't even answer any of the critical, hard hitting questions that we still have about these services.
Right. But be excited about it.
Oh yeah. Because Oprah. Oh, I mean, I like me some Oprah. Come on now. No,
you don't know what you're getting into, but man, I want to say they put more effort into finding who they were going to come out, how many celebrities they were going to get to come out on stage, than explaining everything else. They were just like, ooh, we got Chris Evans. Ooh, we got Aquaman. Ooh, I'm like, oh my Jesus. Everybody. But I don't know what they're saying in the chat. I can only see you. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got my iPad right here, so I'm looking at the chat. Tim R says, "No, you're right, Viper. The difference is that out will all be through the same app." Oh, okay. He says he thinks it's a free portal. So he thinks that the TV news channel thing is just an aggregator, and then we'll just pay for the individual channels that we want, which makes sense. I mean, like I said, we have to pay an individual monthly fee for the aggregation service itself. Then this is a bunch of shit. Okay. Because then you're talking about paying two fees. You're talking about paying the monthly fee for the aggregation service itself, then paying the monthly fee for whatever channels you want. That's craziness.
But that's why we give you the credit card, so you don't have to worry about it. No late fees. We'll just increase your interest rate.
Pull out that titanium, right? Bam!
That's what it's gonna be. You'll be sitting there signing up for all that. Hey, want to put this all on your Apple credit card and save 30% for the first month? Like,
pull out that titanium. That comes up, bro. That titanium takes you places, baby. That titanium plate takes you places.
Right. Now, I'll say this. What their original idea with the card, because Apple Pay doesn't work everywhere. I know this because I literally ran out of gas one day and I was running around with my phone trying to put gas into my car because I left my wallet at home. And that makes sense. Like having a card with a chip for places that don't have Apple Pay, like a debit card or preloaded card, that makes sense. I'm totally with that part. It was just the whole credit thing. I was just like, what?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're making a credit card that's not a credit card, but you're partnering with MasterCard, who makes credit cards.
Basically, it's not a credit card, but we have a credit card infrastructure in place. So if you don't pay your fees on time, we're going to add it to your interest. But no, it's not a credit card. Not at all. No.
Right.
So. And shout out to Tech Rant, because on Friday night when I used the camera to do my live stream, I was having some flickering issues. And Tech Rant helped me solve my flickering issues. I think some of you suggested it on Friday too, that I needed to change the shutter speed. And since I'm a camera noob, I really had no idea how to do that. But my man Tech Rain here helped me out, and now we are flicker free. So this is a good look. Appreciate you, man.
Yep. Yeah, that autofocus is on tight because every time you move your hand, it goes right to it and then it swings back.
Yeah, I put it on responsive because I noticed it was being kind of slow. So instead of putting it in normal, I put it on responsive. So now it responds to everything I do. Bam.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was up. That was up. So yeah, the only service that I can see myself using, and I don't even know if I'm gonna keep it, is Apple News Plus. Like I said, I've started using it. It's okay. I mean, it's not something I feel like I have to have. But I mean, if you want access to 300 magazines and only pay one monthly fee, then that's it. Now, I will say that this Apple News Plus is great for print media because, as you know, print media is dying. Everything is online these days. So if you're like a magazine, like an old time magazine, and you're doing your thing by print, you feeling the heat these days. But this Apple News Plus app pretty much puts you back in the game because now you just put all your stuff on digital and go through the Apple News Plus app, and then you get a cut of that revenue. That. I mean, it's almost the equivalent to Apple saving music with iTunes like 10 years ago. So this news app could save a lot of print media.
I mean, it's a good thing, like the access that you have and stuff now. But lately, what I've been trying to do is I've actually been trying to reduce how much time I spend on the phone because now it's just like everything is on the phone. Everybody's on the phone. You can't pull them away from your phone. Like I had to stop myself the other day because my kid was on the phone, my girlfriend was on the phone, and I was on the phone, and we were all sitting on the couch together on the phone. And I'm just like,
oh wow,
all right, let's take a break. Let's all put the phones down and let's go do some stuff as a family. Because one, I think about stuff because my vision is going bad, so I don't like staring at screens all day, even though I work in IT. But it's just like sometimes you just need to pick up a book. Like I don't care. I'll go to a grocery store and just walk in, pick up a magazine and shop and flip through stuff. Like, yeah, I'm that old, but whatever.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I do all my reading on my iPad.
I mean, like after so much time, though, you just like, I'm tired of staring at this screen. Like, but I get where they're going. Like, print is going out the way, but I'll be damned if I don't try and hold on to it a little bit.
Yo, what's up, Perp Mind? How you doing, man? How you doing? but yeah, I'm like I said, I made that video tonight. I was mad as hell. I mean, I know when I'm mad, though, make for like the best video because I just go in. But that event today was just that event was terrible. I don't care what any of you Apple fan boys or girls say. That event was terrible. Calm down. I'm glad you all are happy about their services. But I think like somebody was saying, I think you might have just said it. A lot of that stuff seems like a cash grab, man. And it's a cash grab. It really is. And I understand it because with the iPhone revenue going down, they need to make cash any way they can. But damn, dude, come on.
I mean, like, okay, a lot of analysts and even some other YouTubers, they're saying it. They're like, okay, it's all about software. Apple needs to find a way to make money, with services. Like, I get that. But it was just like, it didn't seem like these were the services that are going to change your life or like you got to have these. Like, these are, groundbreaking things. They were just like optional,
Yeah, like you said, none of these services are really going to change your life. And I mean, Apple TV Plus, I'm sorry, it seems like a joke to me. Like, I really can't take that seriously right now, especially the way they paraded out all those celebrities. And we have no idea of the programs that are gonna be on the actual TV Plus service. We don't know pricing. I don't even think Tim Cook knows what the hell he's doing with TV Plus yet. But this is supposed to be Apple's competitor to Netflix and Hulu and Disney. Are you fucking kidding me? No, not at all. It was interesting because there was a report in the Wall Street Journal yesterday that Apple was considering acquiring Netflix or Disney to create their own studio, like Apple Studios. They really should have did that. They should have brought Netflix or Disney. They would have been a lot better off than they are today.
Yeah, there was probably more of a financial thing behind that. Like they were trying to figure out, okay, how can we get a return on investment? What money will we have to pull in? We got to think about the shareholders and all that stuff too. So I'm pretty sure it's up in the air somewhere, but we'll never know until they actually pull the trigger, or unless something gets leaked.
Yeah, Roberto, they definitely goofed. Like I said, they should have brought Netflix or Disney. I mean, it's not like they don't have the money. I mean, they're Apple; they could buy anybody. But
They
I
got like
mean,
$100 billion in cash.
they probably have more than that. But um, if they really want to make a splash with original content and original programming, Netflix is right there for you, man. Like, come on, Apple. Like, just buy Netflix and be done with it. I mean, that's what everybody wants you to do anyway. Like, trying to make your own service is kind of funny at this point. Like I said earlier, I think I said this earlier this week. This is not 5 years ago when you were going toe to toe with Google Maps. You had it like, I mean, Google number one, Google Maps was your only competitor back then when you were making Apple Maps. So you didn't have not nearly as much competition as you do in the streaming service game today. You're trying to make original content up against the likes of a Netflix, an established juggernaut, coming out with original content every month. And Apple spent like $1 billion on their original content. Netflix spent $10 billion. They're spending 10 times more money than Apple in original content. But yet you want to come out with a TV Plus service and try to compete with Netflix? And I didn't even mention Disney, who has all the damn original content that they need and want, and they're going to make more. And they require Fox and Hulu. I mean, yo, I love Apple, and I know Apple has like unlimited resources, but it is a battle. I don't even know if they have a chance, man. They are way behind.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All I know is I better see some 4K epic red footage like I be seeing on Netflix.
They better call in Marquez Brownlee, man. They better go to 8K at that point.
Yeah, because I did a little bit of research because they actually have standards for what you can actually record stuff on for Netflix, and those standards are high. We're talking like red cameras, airy cameras. I think maybe a black magic you can squeeze in there, but like they're like, no, you got to record in this format and have this quality footage and have this quality. Like they are not playing around.
Wait, you mean I can't roll my Sony 873? Really?
I don't know, man. You got to go check. Like the requirements for that is insane. Because even I was looking up stuff like what do they use for drone footage, and they using like Inspires, or they're using Reds. They're attached to big drones themselves, and I'm just like, whoa, well, yeah, I see where the quality comes in, and that's for all of their Netflix original content.
So I'm reading the comment section, and Tim R. I think he's talking about my suggestion of Apple purchasing Netflix or Disney. And Tim R. says, I think it's more about having tight control of their service. The existing services have a huge catalog where they can start from scratch and present a better service. We are talking about original programming. Starting from scratch is not gonna be a better service. Like I mentioned, you are up against established juggernaut. Like I don't know how they're gonna have a better service starting from scratch. I mean, if you're gonna compete in this game, if you're gonna compete in the original content game, you need content. And Netflix and Disney have content in droves. Trying to start up your own little mini studio and trying to compete with a Netflix is just, oh man, that's a
I mean,
hard road.
I could see it this way. If like let's say you were small and you're upcoming and you're trying to get your foot in the door and you got to do everything yourself, then that makes sense. But when you're a company as big as Apple and you got money to shell out, it just makes more sense just to pay the money and go with somebody that already has something rolling than to try to like develop and start something from the very ground up when you got all these other competitors out there. Like literally, it would just make more sense just to be like, here, we'll pay you. You take care of this. We want that, and then you just go from there.
I mean, it's
That's
not like
that's just the way I'm looking at it.
I mean, let's don't get it twisted. It's not like it's above Apple to like go after somebody who has something they want. I mean, we see Apple all the time buy out other companies that have naming rights to something they want to name their product, like Air Power or whatever the case may be. If Apple wants to name their product a particular name, and some other company has the naming rights, Apple just buys the rights or buys the company from them anyway, be done with it. Like, so they could
Right.
just buy Disney and Netflix. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, but hey, you know, I don't work for Apple. I'm not in the meetings. I don't. I whatever. I'm just along for the ride.
I know, right? I mean, we're just Apple peasants with Apple devices. We can't do anything. They're making all the moves and stuff. Roberto said that the DJI Inspire is not nearly as expensive as Red.
What's that?
Roberto says the DJI Inspire is not nearly as expensive as a Red camera.
Depends on how you set it up, and it depends if you get all of the wonderful goodies and stuff that you need to get with it. Because, yeah, you can go out and get a DJI Inspire by itself for like $5,000, but once you add in batteries, controllers, backup batteries, blades, propellers, all the DJI SSDs and shit that you need, and it gets expensive really quick. Like I tried pricing it out myself because I was in the drones and I was just like, no. Like I get what he's saying, but it can get pricey real fast.
Damn, he went real drone pilot real quick on us. Damn.
Well, I am a FAA licensed drone pilot.
Yeah. Hey, I've seen the footage of you and Terry Wolfield. I've seen what you've been doing out there, man. I see you, Tech Rat. I see you.
Like,
Mom.
Yeah.
my man be delivering rent and flying drones, man. What's up?
I'm doing too much.
All right, so I think we ran it long enough about this, man. I got a whole video out on the main channel. If you all want to go check the video out, it's live. It was live about over an hour ago, so check that out. I think later on this week, I'm probably going to do a video looking at the Apple New Plus app, since that's the one thing we actually have access to. So I'll probably do a walkthrough video of that app. Probably won't be long because there's not really much to it, but I might do that video. That might be a good video to do.
Yo, did you see that little like mini leak of the fucking product packaging for AirPower? I'm like, oh my God, just drop it. Just drop it.
Dude. That's the problem is that's not AirPower. That's the wireless charging case for AirPods. It just has the AirPower picture on it. Like, come on now. People need to calm down. I am tired of telling you all that AirPower is dead. Like, you're not getting AirPower.
Hey man, Apple keep leaking it at us like, hey, here's a carrot.
Hey, you're not getting it until you get it, damn it. So unless you see it in the Apple Store or in the App Store, don't believe it. Like, just stop getting your hopes up for AirPower. I mean, it's already obsolete anyway. The moment it comes out, it's obsolete. There are so many other chargers, better chargers out on the market. Like, what do you want AirPower for? Like, why?
Yep. I mean, I don't know anymore. I'm just like, please stop. Why did you say that name? Like, stop.
Yeah, please stop the madness, though. So, Mr. Tech Rant, before we get out of here, do you have any last thoughts on that horrendous Apple event that we had to sit through today?
God, please no. Like, fuck, can we use that shit to interrogate people with? Like, just sit them in a room and be like, here, watch this until you want to give us a confession. Like, just sit here. Just watch that shit. Like, fuck.
The event was that bad that Tech Rant wants to use it as an interrogation tactic.
I couldn't even finish. I literally stopped. Like, once they started showing me all the shit with the arts and like, oh, I like to start off every one of my scenes with a very small light. And I like to slowly increase it. I was fucking done. I'm like, bye, moving on. I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck it. I don't care.
Enhanced interrogation technique using Apple boring gas event.
I was done. I was like, y'all ain't gonna tell me shit. I don't know how much this shit costs. Why do I care?
You know what? I don't blame you. Why would you care? Like you said, we don't know any cost. We don't know all the particulars of the services. So it's pretty difficult to care when we don't have all the details yet.
Right. And so I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting for when Apple comes out with all of the terms and services of that card. And I'm gonna make a whole ass video of me reading the terms and services of that card.
I would have watched that. I would actually watch that.
Yeah, it won't be like 30 minutes like I did with the T-Mobile one and all that shit. It'll be a legit like, here are all the things that they advertise, and here's all the literature contradicting that shit.
Actually, that's not something that Roberto Blake would do, but do it.
No, Roberto, he'll sit there and read the whole fucking thing line by line for like 3 hours straight, like he did with the YouTube terms of service.
He did, man. He did. I was like amazed at watching him read all that line by line like that. But that's Roberto. That's what Roberto does, man. He is thorough with it.
Yep.
Yep. Just like we think Roberto like you do for YouTube. Yep.
So
all right, y'all. Like that. I don't really have any more to say. I made a whole video about this tonight. Check the main channel. We're about to get up out of here. Let Tech Rant go to sleep or do what he gonna do.
yeah, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Him, you and me both, man. But appreciate you joining me tonight, Tech Rant. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all joining your boy tonight for this little live rant. I will see you all again probably on Wednesday for on to my weekly Q&A with you guys. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech, captain of Team Apple, disgusted captain of Team Apple. Oh, God, that terrible event. You know where to find me. So come back for more.